we go. It says, hey, Frank Caliendo's headed out to the ballpark. He wants to be on this morning. We said, right. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Caliendo. Good morning, Frank.
Otherwise known as the king of bad ideas.
Oh.
How's this rank on that scale?
This
is
way-
it's dark. It's
I don't know if
early
it's
for
top
you.
or bottom, but it's not in the middle of anything.
It's middle of the night in the desert. You're how far away from this place?
Only like 25 minutes. It wasn't too bad. It
Okay.
was,
Do you come to this part of town much? Because, I don't see you wearing a bulletproof vest or anything.
the weather's nice, isn't it?
It's going to rain today. It's not that nice. The temperatures are going to keep dipping. We have high wind advisories for the area today.
Yeah, but when they say that stuff, you're like, from being from Wisconsin, you're like, well, okay, I believe you.
Are you soft now?
Yeah.
Are you?
Look
Okay.
at that. Look at
Weather
See,
that.
soft, like a weather chicken.
Look at that. There's a lot of softness. There's Pillsbury Doughboy softness going on here. Yeah, absolutely. I get to weather under 70. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's
Yeah, you're
freezing.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
And I'm fat, so if I was skinny, this would be horrific.
Oh,
Well, my wife lost a bunch of weight because I made her. No, she lost a bunch of weight. Now she's cold all the time,
Yeah.
so that's. But we fight that one out. But yeah, so it's what were we talking about? I don't know.
Yeah, see what you're mad to receive.
Yeah, boom, and then
That's a good outfit. Anytime you forget about what you're talking about, that's all you got to do.
What do you think my two biggest impressions were about not knowing what was coming next? Bush, and then yeah, there you go. And that's the thing about those.
Do you do that in PTA meetings? Because you're a parent, you're all that stuff now. You have kids, you're talking to the teachers, and you're kind of like, what? What?
What was going on here? What?
Yeah.
Exit strategy? He retired? Is he back? What happened? I
So
don't
what?
know.
It's okay. It's not even 6 a.m. here in the valley. It's almost. It's
I
almost-
wanted to be here. Is that
No,
bad?
I'm
well,
always.
it's nice of you. I'm
Yeah,
glad
it
to
is.
see you.
It's yeah. I mean, I would do this for a few people in the world, and you're those few people.
I just don't believe that anybody likes us enough to actually get in the car and drive someplace and
I
see
like
us.
your audience.
Oh, that explains it. Wonderful.
I don't have anything to promote, but
That I believe. Well, you do. You've done some Phineas and Ferb stuff. You've been working
yeah, I
on
did
that.
a voice on Phineas and Ferb. I was playing table tennis, ping pong with them over there the other day.
With them, with the creators.
With the creators, Swampy and Dan. Dan Povenmire, one of the creators, he came from Family Guy. So it's a Disney Channel show that's like written by guys who wrote Family Guy and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it's
Yeah.
it's
It's
funny.
going to
the
be a
joke-
little weird.
Well, it's funny about the jokes they can't put on. Like they'll do something like, "Oh, we can't do that."
Right.
We're in a lot of trouble if we do that. So, but we're playing, and then he's doing Doofenshmirtz while we're playing ping pong. He's like, "This will be a very even shot." So it's like I'm Madden on the other side. Boom! I'm hitting it. Boom! I'm spinning it this way.
Kind of be like an acid trip.
Right, that would be. It'd be like a.
I should have put it on YouTube. I should have recorded it and put it on YouTube.
What kind of ping pong player are you? Or are you
Very
just
good.
just
I'm playing in the. You see this finger I'm
I do.
pointing?
He's got his right
This
index finger pointed
That's
up.
my
to the ceiling.
handshake grip. No, that's actually a guy I passed on the way in. He's shooting at me. Boom! I'm doing my own sound effect. You don't have to do
Yeah,
it.
drive by it, Frank.
Oh, I have a great.
You know, as a Madden, I find it a little insulting that that's how you represent my family. Let's hear you do a Nelson once.
We got Willie, we
Yeah.
got Prince, I don't know.
Right.
Ricky.
Ricky, well, God rest his soul.
The ping pong. I'm getting pretty good. I'm going to play in the.
Okay.
The U.S. Open is being played in Milwaukee. I'm not kidding you.
Wait, is this at that place downtown?
Yes,
What's it-
in July.
Is-
In June.
Are you
July.
really?
U.S. Open
I'm playing in it. Yeah.
table tennis tournament.
Yes, I'm going to play in it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm getting pretty good. For those of you out there who play, I'm between 17 to 1800 rating.
Are we talking like Forrest Gump good? Like,
I can do some of that, and I can speak like it too.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah. So here's the story. Okay, so I'm at the Super Bowl. I'm standing. We're standing in the lobby of the Four Seasons. Okay, and I don't know.
This is very Hollywood. So we're standing in the lobby of the
Well,
Four
get through the
Seasons.
story.
I need to be that because I need to set
Okay.
the situation.
Okay. All right.
So we're standing in the lobby of one of the greatest hotels in the world. I don't know. So we're standing in the lobby.
Boulevard, big star.
It's going to be that too. They're not friends; they're acquaintances.
Okay.
I'll call them friends for this. So I'm standing there, and I'm starting to walk toward me, John Madden, who I've never met before in my entire life.
Do you know who you are? Can he pick you out of
knows
a
your
crowd?
deal, though, right?
So absolutely, absolutely. So he starts walking. My wife, by the way, had been taking pictures that he was in the hotel and all kinds of stuff like that. So he's walking toward. He turns. He starts talking to some people. Then I'm standing next to Jimmy Johnson, the football guy, not the race car driver. And so I go, Jimmy, can you believe I'm this close to John Madden? He goes, you haven't met him? Hey! Taps him on the shoulder. Madden turns around. It's like a Scooby-Doo episode.
Right.
So,
did your eyes get real big?
Oh, it was like, and all I could do is zoinks like, hey, Scooby-Doo, like the ghost is here and they're popping out of a trash can.
Right.
So, all I can say is, I am so sorry for everything I have ever done. And I go, I didn't want you to hate me. It's like,
I never hated you. People said that. I mean, I didn't laugh sometimes.
that was the best line.
I didn't laugh sometimes.
Sure. So I'm talking to him for a little bit. He's kind of like, why did I ever come out of where I was? Should have stayed in the bus. But there's kids with him, so I'm figuring it's his grandkids, right? So I turn to the grandkids.
So you want to be sweet. You want to do something
Absolutely.
nice. Yeah.
And
kids.
so I turn and I'm like, they're looking at me like, who's this guy? And I turn and I'm like,
I'm the guy who talks like your grandpa over here. I mean, I can say the things that it sounds like he's talking. I mean, finish your dessert there, kid.
So the kids start to laugh, right? And then all of a sudden, like, clicks for Matt, like,
I get it now. This works.
So later, I take some pictures with him, and my family takes some pictures with him, and I bring my kids over.
Oh, so it worked out.
It was
Okay.
great.
All
It was
right.
great because I bring my kids over. I'm like, meet your college tuition. This guy has paid for a lot of things
It
for
was
you.
Daddy's ticket out of the Midwest.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that was my scholarship right there. So then later on, I see some of the Madden family, and they were super nice. And the kids are saying, "Hey, dude, George Bush, dude, Grandpa." And I'm like,
how far are you going with it?
So then Madden comes by later. It's like, "Hey, Frank, hey guys," like it's like
Right.
we've been.
You've lived in fear of this moment your whole life, and now it's like your best pals.
And the kids, yeah,
it's wild.
This is like our Sal Bando moment
Yes,
here.
yeah.
When he finally came to the
Bando.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the bit?
So
Yes, yes.
absolutely.
Big doorknobs.
So I Bando. So I don't know what to do, So we get along very well. John Madden's son tells me that the grandkids feel like I'm their long lost cousin all of a sudden. It was super nice. They were great people. And then at the Super Bowl, we're underneath the Super Bowl in the bowels of the stadium, and a golf cart goes streaming past me, and all I hear is, "Hey, Frank!" Like, John Madden just went past me, zooming on a golf cart, waves, and goes, "Hey, Frank!" So I was like,
So now you're pals.
"No, it's
You and John Madden, you're tight now.
It was unbelievable. It was hilarious.
I liked it better when you lived in fear of him getting a hold of you
There's still
someday.
a lot of fear there, but
you think maybe he's like trying to lull you in, maybe?
Is this going to
Maybe.
change the things that John Madden says now?
Gonna get a little more ugly,
I don't know if
maybe.
it could get any uglier than what Saban's put me into.
All right, stand by. Speaking of Zaben, he's coming up in just a couple of minutes.
What's that for a segue?
It was
huh?
very good. Yes, very nice. Frank Caliendo's with us. We're at spring training 2011 with the Brewers. Zabe is on the way.